their stints in dressing in drag, and some folks like to go to fight clubs. I'm starting to think that your sick, abusing little pleasure is to pretend you're smarter than you are.
I could see that. I'm definitely have like an alt account on Twitter where I just post like racist shit. I'm actually...
You heard it here first, folks.
I'm actually, and people have already pointed this out, I'm actually Sargon of Akkad.
Oh my god.
Have you seen this beard and the chubby cheeks?
Wait, does that mean that do you, when you play the R&D character, do you then like darken your skin and hair, or or do you lighten?
No, it's all a filter. So I actually have like a really nice computer that like digitally enhances me, and I'm just asking for money for a nice computer as a ruse to cover up the fact that I have a really nice computer. It's all like digital.
See, so I have a question to stroke your ego. How does it feel to know that creationist cat has a boner for you? I swear, you mentioned Sargon of Akkad in like every fucking video you make.
Hold on.
It's true, but it's also because his name is Akkad, and
hold on. But like, creationist cat can have a boner. He's a female cat. You do know that, right?
That's right. Lady. That's more Vadim. Vadim gets a boner.
Yeah, you can't have a calico that's male.
I want to be clear. I don't want that to be seen as an attack on creationist cat. I like it. It's just he does mention Sargon an inordinate amount.
It's true. I mean, also Sargon just does an enormous amount of stupid things. So
yes, he does, and he says dumb things. I actually enjoyed his videos at one time, but then I just kind of got like, I don't know.
Then you fought.
Well, you got to admit he had one of those. He had sort of a who's that gamer guy that was a total like hard up douchebag, and then everybody hated Oxhorn. He's kind of like Oxhorn of the like Politico crowd.
I mean, I used to be a fan of Sargon. Like I used to watch his videos and whatnot.
I think everybody was at a certain time. It was back whenever he was making those like anti-feminism videos. Yeah. I thought they were funny.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Who hasn't enjoyed a good old Sargon or Undoomed video here and there?
I haven't.
Oh come on, man.
I haven't. Like I was never in that.
Nah, I was just messing. I'm not really calling you out or anything, but I'm just saying. Like,
speaking of anti-feminism and politics.
Yeah, seriously, this website is chock.
R&D has given us. Well, apparently you've gotten this from like a viewer.
Yeah, a subscriber of mine. Let me grab his name. Sent this to me a while ago.
Here, let me dox him real quick.
Yeah, let me dox him. It was on Twitter, so it can't be all that bad.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, it's up here because it just sent it from Highcase1 on Twitter. Sent me this a while ago to like do it for one. It was meant for a longer and harder episode, but that's a website. That was like
that would involve you reading a whole lot. That's not.
And we saw me do that last week, and that was fantastic. So let's never do that again.
So no, I think we should make you do it. I think we should do it as like a continuous form of torture.
You know, I did want to like over the summer because or maybe when school starts again, but over the summer because I don't do as much reading over the summer as I do during the year when I'm in class because I read like a bunch of studies. Over the summer, I wanted to like pick a study like a week to read. Ooh. And part of me is like, I should do it on a live stream and just read a study. And I'm sure I won't fuck up all the science in it at all.
Actually, that would be fun to have like a peer review show where like a couple of science-minded people get together and each choose an interesting study and present it to the class. That
would be fun, yeah. We do that at work. I just never participate again because reading and I just...
So today... we'll be taking a look at Amerika. That's right, an entire country.
With a K.
With a K.
Because edgy.
Well, also because I'm pretty sure they originally wanted it to have 3 Ks.
I feel like this website is what Jacob Wool jacks off to.
Probably.
Do we all know who Jacob Wool is?
I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he the guy who tried to
He tried to create fake controversy between a congressman and some girl that he was going to say he like sexually assaulted, and then he was going to try to make another congressman look gay. He's a big Trump supporter and all this other stuff. Yeah, I feel like this website is like his masturbatory.
This website is hilarious. It's not all political stuff too. Like there's just some genuinely crazy shit in there too.
So
well, there's that article that's like something about the lead in the nation's pencil.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think before we get to that, we should take a look at
Amerika.
Fuck yeah. We're gonna be making that joke so much.
Yes, we are. Get ready for Team America jokes.
So I think we're not gonna read the whole about section because that would mean being here for 12 years. But I think
this guy is not short-winded at all. Like he does not keep things concise.
I think we should at least read like the about and some of the missions. And I looked through this section and I have some choice like except I think we should read because
wait. I know we should, but then so there's that like GIF on the side, right? And about movie reviews. Yeah. There, okay, right after this one, it's great. Shut the fuck up, Hollywood, an uncooked alternative to Rotten Tomatoes.
That is amazing.
Yeah. Sorry, I know that, but that caught my eye, and I felt that needed to be read.
That is
wow. I watched that whole little sequence at least 30 times. I couldn't understand
it. An uncooked alternative.
Uncooked alternative to Rotten Tomatoes, because we all know Rotten Tomatoes is super cooked all the time.
Yes.
I love how
Rotten Tomato, a website that has no sexuality, is turned on by watching someone else fuck their girlfriend.
Yep.
You heard it here first.
Well, I think it's kind of funny that in his movie review he put name anon, and his I think its subject line is just garbage.
Let's super analyze this one thing.
One more time. It's right after you see the guy right in the next panel.
Yep. Oh yeah, anon. Titled garbage.
Well, he is anonymous.
Anti-God theme. Oh, I see. So okay, so I'm piecing the story together. So these first two scenes. So this movie here, this is like the new Christmas Carol, not Christmas Carol. The other one with the mice and the ballet with the mice, Nutcracker.
Okay.
The new Nutcracker movie. That's what those two screens are. So he's putting in his own review of this movie. So he's watching it. He's like, oh, I'm gonna go on my phone review this movie. I'm gonna call the movie anon, and it's garbage. And then it's anti-God. See, that's the story. That's the sequence of events. This is a reviewer. This is the reviewing process of someone at shutthefuckuphollywood.com.
But I'm still confused as to what is it supposed to lure, troll?
It's a great GIF. I love this GIF. Let's just analyze this one GIF for the next 2 hours.
Actually, guys, we made a change to the show to the format. From now on, we'll be picking one GIF every show and just overanalyzing it.
So okay, I'm just wondering if this website is supposed to be luring or deterring trolls. I don't know. Get it.
Okay, look, I want to read the different categories they have here on this GIF. I'm still obsessed with this GIF. Overall Hollywood BS, neo-Marxism. I saw neo-Marxism in there. That was one of their options.
I think we might have to do shut the fuck up Hollywood someday.
I'm gonna look it up right now. I want to see the review.
So misandry, affirmative action, LGBTQ rights.
Oh, this looks amazing.
Oh my god.
Let's make Hollywood great again. I love it. Torture. Oh, that video. Okay, wait. I gotta get that video. something for longer and harder. Also, plugging my own show. If you want to watch the trailer from shutthefuckuphollywood.com, you can join me tomorrow.
Who else is in love with that Photoshop job? Is anybody else here just like?
What I love about it is the fact that they sort of try to make it look like it's on a CRT monitor, but not really.
Yeah,
It's like yeah, it has scan lines. And, oh, now it changed. Okay.
Yeah, it keeps changing.
It has scan lines, and some of the versions have like the outline of a screen, but it's still in like a 16:9 aspect ratio, and
so it's
still in the H. Like, it's very confusing. Oh my
god!
Also
they have a free speech forum.
There we go. There's the Pepe.
Which is a separate website called Cultural.
There's a whole page of rare Pepes right there.
All right, I got this video bookmarked. It's got 249 views. I love it. I love every bit of this.
We'll take a look at that some other time.
Yeah, sorry, this is distracting me. I'm doing this tomorrow for my show, by the way, or at least it's going to be an option for tomorrow's show. So,
man, those rare Pepes though, that's hot.
This is amazing.
It's hot sauce, brother.
They really shouldn't be showing up their collection like that. We could steal them.
For real. Well, actually, the Pepe trade, stock's gone down. So.
Oh, they have a review of Toy Story 4.
Oh shit!
Okay, you're looking at the wrong site. That's not what we're doing.
I know I am. I don't care. This is hilarious. I'm trying to find.
You know what's also hilarious? This.
Okay. I'll stop now. I promise.
Someone else
read the first sentence though.
Neil Breen movies. I'm super curious. Anyway, let's start reading about America.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Or more appropriate, fuck you if you're not part of our very specific group of people.
If you're not white elite, then you can get out.
If you're not a white hetero man.
If you're not a cisgender white elitist, then you can get out.
And we mean white. Hispanics don't count.
It's true.
No halvesies.
The worst part is, it's mainly funny because that's probably what they think. Yeah, spoiler alert. Like, okay, read because the second sentence is gonna reveal what this is.
All right, should I read?
Someone read it.
I'll read it. America approaches politics as philosophy and not a team sport.
That's a lie.
Yeah. Oh,
okay, God. I don't believe that for a second.
The tribalism in America is super hardcore all the time.
The tribalism on this page is fucking massive.
I'm in love with the fucking delusions of grandeur in this next sentence. We intend to restore Western civilization through a focus on realism and a drive towards excellence. Wow.
I love it.
We haven't mentioned this actually. I forgot. Geo has lost the internet. That's why he's not here, which is a bit sad because right now we need him. We need the German in here for this side. I feel.
Oh my god! Yes, if we're gonna talk about nationalism, we need to get somebody from Germany in here.
Oh.
Oh my god. He needs to look in the last place he put his internet and get over here. Because you said he lost it.
It's always in the last place you look.
It is. It is always in the last place you look. All right, so let's continue on. All right, so in our view, human groups succumb to herb. Oh my god! All right, so this is ironic. I know, but the irony, the fucking irony. This is her. This is like her.
Also, we have a phrase for that already. It's called group behavior. No one says herd behavior.
But herd behavior, when they focus on people, means over ends instead of their own purpose, ends over means. Western civilization fell because it relied on a type of.
Wait.
Western civilization has already fallen. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Hold on.
When did that happen, guys?
Oh, no. I'm looking out my window. Fuck! There's riots everywhere.
Yeah, fell because it. Yeah, social structures have fallen.
My headphone. There we go.
Yeah, Western civilization fell because it relied on a type of collectivized individualism known as crowdism. What?
Crowdism. That's great.
Is that what Stephen Crowder preaches?
I love this. Oh my God, the antidote to this can be found in the most ancient traditions, including reverence and aggression. When you revere something, you have admiration for it. So,
well, yeah, that's what?
Yeah, didn't you know that?
I'm so confused. Like,
man, this is all right. So we have no interest in the football game of red team versus blue team politics.
someone has never watched football.
So, or somebody played a whole bunch of Halo and is getting their metaphors mixed.
Also, that's what it is. They think the world operates on video game logic.
Exactly. They think that Bungie controls reality.
Oh, so what they're saying? If we just kill the big boss, all everything will be solved.
Yes.
They're gonna assassinate Bernie Sanders or something.
There's a big dragon that looks like Karl Marx that you have.
They're gonna assassinate Master Chief.
Oh no.
All right, so where was I at? All right, yeah, we already tried to go there. All right, so we have no interest in the football game, blah, 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 but turn our minds towards the eternally practical. I'm not seeing this website as being anything other than inane drivel.
So do any of you know any of these names?
No. I know that Brett Stevens, before the show, Micro and I were sort of kind of discussing some things on this website, and there is a link in one of these pages, I can't remember which one, that links to a single page website created by the editor, Brett Stevens, and it's odd, to say the least.
It's just a single page, like.
Wait, as a matter of fact, if you go up to the top, there's the link feed underneath links. It's the one that was the 3 pages.
Well,
oh no, not on the links. Go back a page. Oh no, actually, all right. So you see those blocks down there, the RSS feed or whatever. Yeah. It's the last box on the bottom row. That one. There we go.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay.
So it does link off.
Yeah, so he apparently has like a bunch of. He has his own website.
Corrupt.org. But yeah, it's just very.
So let's I found I would like for us to read about rightism.
Woot!
Which I mean, I guess if it's called leftism or leftist, like rightism would be the correct term.
I guess.
What is rightism? Remember, they don't view politics as like a red versus blue politics football thing.
Yeah, this isn't tribalistic at all.
No, not at all. Understanding leftist pathology leads us back to wonder what we as conservatives should do. The answer to this question lies in understanding that leftist pathology is a universal temptation for human beings, like most bad human behaviors, and that accepting any amount of it means that more will come. Different types of leftists, I like how they keep writing it in capitalized, different types of leftists do not have different philosophies, but disagree only in terms of degree, based on how confident they are, such as a moderate Democrat, when given power over time, becomes a full-blown communist. That's okay. Right, but there's no difference in philosophy. They're totally the same.
So in the chat, Crypto says, "Oh God, I practically smell Stephen Milenitz and Gavin McGinnis from this article." And that is absolutely true. And I think it's hilarious. And I want to bring this up real quick because I can't wait to watch one of the episodes. Gavin McGinnis has this show coming out where he's essentially going to get somebody from the left and somebody from the right. He says they're going to come on to have a calm discussion about the topics, but I guarantee it's just going to be an all-out fight, like a huge argument, bigger than anything Bill Maher's ever seen.
So what you're saying is that he's gonna have like it's basically gonna be political reality TV.
Pretty much, it's going to be a super right-wing dude hosting a show where somebody from the right and somebody from the left argue about some issue for 30 minutes, and I can't fucking wait to watch it.
R&D, why don't you read this?
We call for ultra-right. Oh, no.
Ultra-right.
Ultra combo.
Combo breaker.
Whose founding principle is the idea of zero tolerance for leftism. This isn't tribalistic at all, guys.
No.
And its associated ideas: feminism, egalitarianism is now leftism. I thought that's what like all the rightists like to call themselves.
Yeah,
egalitarian.
It's essentially like egalitarianism is essentially just feminism. But,
yeah, no, I understand, but there was like
with a like a name that doesn't inherently have one side in it.
Yeah,
it's like if you were gonna like knit a sweater, you would make it the whole thing green and then one string red. That red string is you including men. That's egalitarianism. The green is feminism. The red string is men.
Yeah. But I remember for a while there, like all the like big anti-SJW, anti-feminists were calling themselves egalitarians because So that's why I'm just surprised.
That's because that meant that they could point out supposed sexism against them.
Yeah. I'm just amazed that this website has kind of completely abandoned that pretense.
No. These people are like even against the alt-right. Like,
I forgot. They're ultra-light. Or they're ultra-right.
They're so far right wings are even too liberal for them.
Yeah. Oof. All right. Let's see. We have, I forgot where I was reading. Pluralism, diversity, as well as its root, individualism. You're against individualism? I am very. We're doing this by
hold on. Is that me? Does it smell like fascism in here?
This is kind of weird. So okay, so they're against pluralism and individualism. I just what is left?
Dude, this is a political group that is run by the Heaven's Gate cult. They're just hoping one day.
We already took a look at that website, remember? That was like our third episode.
Yeah, we did. You know what I'm really surprised about, and I hate to say this because it's gonna make me feel like it's gonna make me seem like I have a giant ego, but I swear I'm just surprised that we never heard anything from them or had anything happen, because I know we don't monetize our videos, so we wouldn't get
basically dead. Like most of them are dead.
But here's the thing: people with a smaller footprint than us. Which, I mean, come on, our footprint isn't very big based on all of our channels, and none of us have ever really covered it individually. But here's the point. People that have a smaller footprint than us have, like, had emails and shit from them. So I'm just wondering...
I mean, for all you know, we do have emails, and Micro has just never checked our emails.
Oh, I don't check I don't check the email attached to my my YouTube channel ever.
Yeah, so for all we know.
The email for this channel isn't public anywhere, and I looked whenever I log in. So spoiler alert, I don't like any messages. I only check them every time we do a show.
Yeah. Which, granted, we only get like one message, like ever.
Yeah, we only got one.
That one time we did that weird Wikipedia thing.
Well, we got one that was worth. Well, we got. It wasn't one message. It was a lot, but like we got one reply.
He was very upset with us. It was
Yeah.
great.
Who was it?
We did this like Wikipedia thing like
it was
a
called
year or two ago.
H-Mole.
Yeah, H-Mole.
Shit.
And I like messaged him, or I think I might have left him a comment in like one of his videos, linking it to our video, and then he like updated his Wikipedia with our information.
And for some reason, you became the ringleader.
And I became the ringleader, so it was all like R&D has this channel. It's like, okay, well, I guess I do now.
And yet, I'm the one who sets it up.
Yeah, but no, it's my channel.
Are you about to try to Ringo me, bro? We're gonna put your lyrics on the fridge, goddammit.
Okay. But...
Wait, hold on. If R&D's Ringo, what does that make the rest of us?
Worse than
far more important?
I was gonna say worse, but sure. Look, it's a Kit Kat.
It's a Kit Kat. Something more entertaining to look at. Look at this handsome boy. He's so handsome. Okay, so okay, I was still reading, and then I got
yeah.
Somebody's gonna take that out of context. Somebody's gonna Shane Dawson you, bro. They're gonna say you're
okay. Smelly, you haven't really been using Discord, but we have an entire channel on this Discord devoted to taking him out of context.
It's true. There's a whole channel to this.
You know what? I have Discord on my computer. I will activate it and get back on there because I want to go to there.
Okay.
We do this by asserting ends over means thinking, where there must always be a purpose and principle to our existence, and we achieve those however we have to. Wait, isn't that the opposite?
No.
It doesn't assert
means that the end. That's like that. That's another way of saying that the ends justify
the means. They just said it in a very stupid way.
Yeah.
It doesn't assert make it sound kind of rapey.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah. A little bit.
It sounds pretty fucked up.
Yeah. However we have to, which devalues our individualistic sentiments to the non sequitur they are.
Wait,
I am very confused by this website.
So what? Let's find out what the ultra. I kind of want to call it the alt-right.
I know.
They really missed it there to show them it like instead of like ultra-right, calling it just the alt-right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then they'll get the whole like people being lazy saying it. It'll be like alt-right, and then yeah.
But then that's how their message gets spread.
Yes, that was the joke.
Yeah, that's how you spread your message. You get on the coattails of the much more popular right wing.
Yeah.
Media.
Oh my God, are they about to break down? Oh.
Yeah, this is their ideology.
This is a rare glimpse. We don't usually get this much information about an organization. Typically, we kind of have to fill in the blanks, and we have some vague idea what they're about. But through reading more, we tend to find out more, of course, because that's how reading works.
So I feel like I'm gonna need another beer for this. So.
But this is about to be like the gift that keeps on giving. I have a feeling. Don't you, R&D? Don't you feel like this website's about to open up?
I love this website. I love this.
I'm having a hard time really keeping focused because I feel like they're not.
This is like a never-ending well of stupid.
Like they're unintentionally running over their own feet. It's so great.
Oh. Save me alcohol. Okay.
I need to go get some alcohol.
You do. Okay. Smelly, I think it's your turn.
All right. Well, here we go. As part of our ultra-right, we call for several general directions to be applied. Here we go, guys. Are you ready? Elitism. That is their first principle, is to be elitist.
Yep.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, in all of my life, I have never once come across anything that required that you think highly of yourself above everyone else as being part of their group. This is phenomenal.
Reading, it gets worse.
Some people are better than others in terms of force of intellect and force of moral character.
Force.
The aristocrats of the soul need to be our leaders, not the literal aristocrats. The people who think they're aristocrats is what that basically says.
Like this, they're just describing fascism. Like they're literally just describing it.
Yeah, yes. Okay, elitism. They could have put it in one sentence. Be like Hitler. Okay, so let's continue. Let's just finish this. We got to get through it. The aristocrats of the soul need to be our leaders and entrusted with all the money, power, social prestige.
What? Oh my, they are not hiding any of this, are they?
So that they can guide us with their greater ability. Please note that for them, this is a life sentence to duty.
Oh my goodness.
Kidding. Okay. Conservatism does not think in terms of rights, but paired duties and privileges. He's essentially talking about a system where communism is the social norm, where you get what they say you can have, and it's like an aristocratic, communistic.
It's fascism.
It's fascism.
Like,
it's fucking fascism. I can't. I was.
And of course, like, obviously, the people, like, the aristocrats of the soul, which, by the way, is a brilliant phrase. Like,
yes, right?
Like,
people that think they're aristocratic.
If it wasn't in this weird, fucked up context, I would start using that. I'm not sure for what, but I like it. Aristocrats of the soul, like, it has a nice ring to it.
See, I feel like the guy that created this website is not of well means. Like he's of lower.
I don't know, but I have a feeling that they think, it's just a hunch, that they might think that they're the aristocrats of the soul.
Well, of course they do. That should be obvious. But here we go. Hierarchy. Okay.
Lobster hierarchy.
Fucking lobsters. How do they work? That was a weird double reference.
Correspondingly, the rest of us fit into the hierarchy or pyramidal. Oh my god, I can't believe that he just did that. Pyramidal order where there are few excellent ones on top.
They're called the top lobsters?
And it's obviously them.
Those are the top lobsters. Crab people, if you will. A greater number of undistinguished ones at the bottom. Those are the bottom feeders. I don't know what we'll call them yet.
Wait, but lobsters are bottom feeders.
Yeah.
No, but here's the thing, man. It's high society. It's highfalutin. Lobsters are big things, bro. To be rich, you gotta have caviar, lobster, and the best steak you can have.
Lobsters?
Let's just say Maine because that sounds fancier.
Well, yeah, Maine lobsters are more expensive. That's the
Maine
fancy
lobster. Got it.
Anyway, so this is a fact of life, and all attempts to change it have failed. So we have to accept it whether we like it or not. A caste system where each person is one of three groups: leaders, independent workers, and workers, allows the best to influence the rest, producing more people of genius by encouraging society in that direction through opportunity to rise.
Okay. I just want to point out that before we read this earlier, when they said that they were against egalitarianism, Ansel in the chat said they're against egalitarianism. What do they want instead? A caste system?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
That is exactly what they want.
Have we answered your question yet? I hope that last paragraph really summed things up for you.
Oh no. Only three kinds of people do exist, Joe.
So we've heard the risk. Now let's hear what the reward is. I think R&D should read this one.
The reward, following our ends over means analysis. We believe in rewarding people for productivity instead of subsidizing them or giving them wealth, power, or status before they contribute. Reward occurs solely after contribution. This means zero socialism, zero welfare state, government benefits, and relativism. In its place, we offer fairness that takes into account the past contributions and situation of the individual and the possibility of charity for those facing temporary hard times.
Yeah, because it's not like if you helped all those people who haven't contributed to the society, probably because they're in a situation where they're just trying to stay alive. It's not like if you help them, then they will maybe start contributing to society.
Yes.
That never happens.
Yeah. Society's like a baseball team. And your pitcher is sick, and you're like, no, fuck it, I'm not going to help my pitcher. And then you get pissed that you lose the game.
Also, why is relativism in there?
I don't know, yeah.
That doesn't seem to fit. I'm not even sure what they mean by relativism in this context.
I don't know either, because again, they're not for relativism and they're not for individualism either. But they are for individualism here. So, I don't know.
This spirit! The future belongs to those who love life. Okay. And that's the wrong place of the comma. And by who loves life, and by realizing that life is good with the possibility of excellence, they keep using that word for some reason. Realize that its methods are in fact good, even when they're bad.
There we go. Again, like this, we don't like relativism. We don't like individual. We don't like good work. We don't like bad work.
They're good. They are in fact good, even when they're bad.
Good created evil, but since we're ignoring evil, it's all good.
It's all good anyway.
Even when it's bad.
Even when it's bad, it's still good.
Good created evil, so that the two might tussle. And that they're gonna have a kerfuffle.
Wait, I thought the first rule of Fight Club was we don't talk about Fight Club.
And that the constant conflict produces increasing quality if we allow it to work for us by striving for transcendentals, the good, the beautiful, and the true. We work with the order of nature? What the fuck? Okay. What?
You know, the order of nature. It's a subsect of the Illuminati, I guess.
Why not?
None of this makes sense. I only said that because my thing makes as much sense as what they said.
So, yeah.
Whoa. I need you to Control F and put in PTSD. Capital I.
PTS. No.
Yeah.
Okay, our people have civilization with obvious signs of collapse.
Oh
my God! Okay, we need to read this.
This is great. Let's read this whole thing. We got plenty to read here. All of this sounds amazing.
The unknown right.
So this isn't the ultra right anymore.
Well, no, this comes before. The ultra right is right all the way out here. I skipped a bit.
Okay. Well, you know, politics is like a rap. You know, first you're underground, everyone's like, oh, he's really good, and everyone loves him. And then you hit the mainstream, and everyone's like, oh, he sold out, you know. Ultra-right is the selling out conservatives, you know, whenever it was still underground, you know, the unknown right, when they were still making that hot fire track.
It's true. It's true.
God, I just noticed. I just noticed this.
Oh, I love it.
And I can't say I'm surprised.
I love it. Also, what I was going to say.
Oh my God!
The nationalism Frequently
FAQ.
asked
Holy
questions.
shit.
Wait, nihilism is the basis of conservatism.
What?
I
Those
don't-
two things don't go together. Like
No!
nihilism is
Wait, what?
not
Well, there's an
caring
article.
or
I believe there's an article
wait,
on
what?
nihilism. Look,
Wait, what? The alt-right is trying to live tired of living in Mordor?
then
okay. There's so many articles. Okay, we gotta pick.
We
I don't know what to tell
you.
we gotta read. We have to.
I am not one to get away. Like I love these tangents, but there's so much here.
Yeah,
We gotta be like somewhat
We need
efficient.
to read.
Oh,
This is a gold mine.
yeah, conservatives have no idea who they are. Since the mid 1700s, the West has been steadily moving leftward in response to the fragmentation of authority produced by religious conflicts, Mongol-Muslim wars, the increasing wealth. The right, as named in the years after the French Revolution, consists of those who accept the leftward direction without liking it, and hope to endure it through the personal freedom to avoid being compelled to follow the rest of the herd.
yeah.
That sounds like centrism.
As we see, several hundred years later, well, 300 years later. However, it is impossible to avoid being ruled by the herd, and the herd inevitably tends towards something like communism. That's right, because we all know there are loads of communist countries around. Oh wait, no there isn't. Most of them failed or have essentially become capitalist without admitting it.
They're closet capitalists.
I mean, have you seen China?
No, it's just funny. It's
Western Europe and America. Oh, they spelled it correctly. Despite elaborate constitutions and systems of law to avoid wait, I don't think we have elaborate constitution and systems to avoid communism. Do we?
Why not?
I mean,
I don't
I'm pretty sure most communists wouldn't approve of the Danish constitution, considering that it has a lot about how like state religion and a monarch.
You know, Texas only puts the Communist Manifesto in bookstores so the cops know who to pull over for no reason. So get it, but it.
And how and
Laws against communism. Come on, guys.
how have now become less the super states of a soft totalitarian nature, where control is enforced through ostracism of those who fail to be leftist. I can't keep putting leftists in capital. In their public viewpoints.
What's soft totalitarianism? How do you be soft? How is
About
that?
something that's total?
I guess what they mean is that like it's not totalitarianism like against like with like direct force. It's indirect, like like it's a cultural imposed totalitarianism, which isn't totalitarianism. Like we have other words for that, but like I think that's what they mean.
Just totalitarianism sounds scary.
Yeah.
Our people have PTSD. We are minimalizing a real serious condition to make a fucking stupid hyperbolic statement.
No. Those people, remember, those people are just like weak leftists who can't handle the trauma of war.
Right. But here's their wars right here. Not only are they living in a civilization with obvious signs of collapse, yes, they're obvious, they're everywhere. Insanity, corruption, vandalism, criminality, division. This sounds like a rant from Alex.
Yeah, because we are totally not trying to divide anyone.
Nope. But they have zero faith in any aspect of our society being good.
What? Okay, have you ever like those are called anarchists? No,
Yeah, those
actually
guys
no,
put trash
actually
can.
no. Even anarchists would would recognize that, yeah, some parts of society is helping people. They just don't think it should be through a government.
Yeah.
Like
You know-
no one, no, I don't know anyone in like a Western country, or even most Asian countries, who would say, and a lot of African too, like who would say like that, like the government and society doesn't do anything good for in any way.
It's true. Even the likes of what's his name, Dave Rubin's like the U.S. Postal Service is good. It's just that private industries can do it better.
Yeah, like I mean, it even says society, not government. So even anarchists would like where are they getting this from? Like, have you ever met someone who wasn't like out of their mind or depressed in some way? I'm not sure where compressed came from. Depressed or something that like legitimately thought that that had zero faith in any aspect of our society being good. Like what? They have settled instead for principal retreat where they flee the cities to suburban homes, work hard at their jobs, and try to escape notice by the left. Wait, are they saying? I'm confused. Our people have lost hope that things will change or become better. Are they saying that the people who move out like to suburbs and work hard at their job are all like their people?
I genuinely don't know.
Sounds like everybody that he's involved with needs a like prescription for Paxil or something. They all sound depressed. Oh, but wait, when things are bad, you gotta pretend that they're good. I forgot.
Yeah, things are bad. Even things are good, even when they're bad.
Is this like one of those self-help, mantras where you stare at yourself in the mirror and you're like, things are good. Things are good.
Gotta get yourself pumped up.
Okay. Let's read so we can get to some of the other weird fucking stuff.
It's my turn.
Yeah, it's someone's turn.
It's someone's. In doing so, they have forgotten conservatism, which is not a political viewpoint.
It is.
It's all about politics. It's literally what the word was created for.
I think they obviously they disagree with you. It's not so much as a philosophy that we should conserve what is best in life.
That's not what the word means at all.
They're conflating two ideas to reach a point.
This is basically conserve in this sense means to like preserve something and keep it good. Oh, but conservatism has that word in it, so it must mean that rather than sticking to like the pre-established values.
I mean, to be fair, there is sort of a sense of conserving things. Like they want to conserve the ability to feed their wives.
Not like they're using conserve in the sense of like canned food.
For like driving, not very much because you want to keep your gas for longer.
Yes.
They are not the same thing.
This means that we remember what works and choose from the things that produce the best results. That sounds like sounds like you're progressing forward. You might be.
That sentence assumes that we all that what works is something that it was in the past that we've already experienced and not something new.
Sure.
Bro, stop assuming my perspective, okay? I don't appreciate it when you assume my perspective.
This is a qualitative viewpoint, meaning that it assesses the quality of results instead of the quantity, where we look for new options constantly. I thought you were conserving things. Why are you looking for new options?
And why didn't they actually define quantitative?
Qualitative, yeah.
But I can answer that. It's because they don't actually know what it means.
Let's read. Instead of quantitative, come on, what instead of the measurable amount of something are they going to try to replace it with? Let's see.
I can tell you the psychology version of qualitative when it comes to like qualitative data.
I can tell you what it means in
what I literally meant was read the sentence. I feel like something was missed there.
No, nothing's missing there. It's just poorly written. Okay, so this is a qualitative viewpoint, meaning that it assesses the quality results instead of the quantity, where we look for new options constantly in the hope that one of them will magically change life to be as the left thinks it should be.
Okay.
No, a quantitative anything is something where you analyze the numbers applied with the thing that you are talking about.
It just means counts. Like it just means numbers.
Pretty much.
Yeah, literally, it's the word derives from the word quantity, which is literally measuring the amount of something.
Yeah. So right. To put a metaphor to it, it's like you have a field and it produces 2 corns versus a field that produces 3 corns. You look at the quantity of field of how much corn is based off, as opposed to like this corn produce more delicious corn, or this field that rather than the other field would produce less delicious corn.
I would have to point out that if it only produces 3 corn,
you're
that's not much of a field.
That's not much of a field.
That's just 3 plants in a row.
Yeah, and if you want to be a real dick about it, you can make it
Charlie Brown.
Oh,
just sad and empty.
But you can also turn any qualitative thing into a quantitative thing, but just putting on a Likert scale. So you can fix all the things. It's fine.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Look, I'm gonna make an executive decision real quick. Okay, Micro, I'm gonna let you say what you're gonna say before, because I think you're gonna add.
Mine was a tangent relating to like my lab work, because that's in my head right now. So just move.
Okay, so here's what I'm proposing, guys. If you agree with me, let's go ahead and do it. We kind of get what they're saying here, and the more that we read, the more confused we get.
Yeah.
So I think we should move on to something else, because we have another hour, and I feel like this could take at least 30 of those minutes.
Yeah. We have a pretty. I think we have a pretty. Like, things were better in the old days. We should go back to the old days, preferably the 1940s in Germany. like, am I wrong?
Yeah, no, this is about right.
Good. Like that's like. I think we should look at some of their popular articles. Although I have to say, I kind of like their symbol. Like they're like, it's a nice
the Amerika symbol. The Amerika symbol.
Yeah, the little double Y. Like that's I can get behind that. Like it's a cool symbol.
It's clever.
I mean, but I guess Nazis in general have always had pretty been
good iconography.
Yeah. If I were to say one good thing about Nazism or Stalinism or something like that, like those oppressive ideologies, they usually have pretty good taste, in terms of fashion. They know how to design wise.
So are you telling me that if you were to buy a house with an open floor plan and the designer asked you, what kind of look are you going for? Oh, I was thinking maybe a neo-fascist look, something.
No, obviously I don't want the
visually stunning.
I don't want the symbology, but they knew they knew what they were doing.
Can we go Hitler's palace at the top of a mountain look here?
I kind of want a bunker, but it's a bunker where I could see myself committing suicide with cyanide and then shooting myself in the head. Like that kind of bunker. That's what I'm looking for.
The theme I want to go for this room is kill yourself with your wife. That's what I'm looking for here. Or wait, was Ava Braun his wife or just his mistress?
I don't remember.
Who cares?
Well, they got married in the bunker before he killed.
He made it legit for God before he
Yeah,
decided.
I think she took cyanide and then he went out and shot himself. I think that's the order. Or maybe I don't think he killed. Like I don't think he directly killed her.
Real star-crossed lover situation we got here.
Yeah, fucking modern day Romeo and Juliet right there.
Somewhere in the Holocaust,
I mean-
there was a Romeo and Juliet playing
So
out. We
fun-
didn't even see it.
So fun fact, when you watch the Undergang, the downfall meme, have you ever noticed that he's shaking a lot, the actor? Do you know why he's doing that?
Wait,
Because because in his later days, Hitler had the first symptoms of Parkinson's. In other words, if Hitler had survived, or like had been captured and like put on trial and put in prison, well, he'd probably been killed. But he would have like had to suffer Parkinson's, which I think is a nice thought.
But wasn't he also taking like a weird mixture of like amphetamines and laxatives?
He was an amphetamine addict at that point.
Yeah. But wasn't he also getting like a daily, like it was either a super vitamin dose that, you know, like
I haven't heard that. Okay, not enough about Hitler's medical history. We need to choose something else to read. So personally, my vote is on this, but I am biased.
Yeah, I'm also biased. So
let's go with the race.
Oh,
Let's do it.
Written
What a nice couple.
Army man, Brett Stevens. So here we go.
All right, I'm gonna go get beer, so not it.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. So I'll start. And I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it in his voice. We're gonna try to be sympathetic with this. I know. All right.
Wait, you know his voice?
No, I don't know his voice. I'm just making an educated guess here, guys. I know. If you want to be one of the popular kids, you insist that everybody is equal. Here we go. We already know they're elitists. We're now figure out the white elitists. We all want the same things, and we all have inalienable rights, and we're all okay.
Okay, no, not everyone is okay. That's kind of the problem.
And don't you? Is that Barack Obama?
That was my first thought, but I didn't want to seem like, oh, all black people look the same.
No. Here we go. Early photos of Barack Obama.
So why is there a turtle there?
I have no clue. You know what? We're going to narrow the search by adding the word turtle. It just brought up more images with him and his wife. Does the media think that Michelle's a turtle? No, he's married. Okay, so apparently this woman in the picture here on the website is in a bunch of pictures that were brought up in relation to Barack Obama.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to say here is us saying that looks like Barack Obama is probably true and not subtly racist. I'm just trying. Oh yeah, here it is. The second photo. Yeah, Charlotte Potts on Twitter posted a picture that's. Who is this woman? Let's see if we can get a name.
I mean, does it matter?
Oh, that's his mother.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
Oh, okay, that makes sense why they have it. Oh, I see where they're going. Oh no.
Okay. Well, we're just trying to add some context to a picture. Even though that context is incredibly racist, we still need it.
Well, it's not really that racist.
I'm pretty sure this is about to be racist.
Also, that's a cute picture.
It is. It's nice.
I didn't realize he had like that much of an afro when he was younger.
I didn't know he liked to kill turtles.
I don't think he killed it himself.
No, I know. I was kidding.
Were you? You're racist. But just because he's black, you think he hunts wild animals?
Yep, it's because he's black. He hunts turtles. No, isn't he from Hawaii? Am I wrong? Or is it Chicago?
He was born, I think so? I don't know.
So I mean, like
It's your country.
It's my country, yeah.
Also, if he hunted turtle, Mitch McConnell wouldn't be alive anymore.
Oh, dude, and that fucking GIF, it just, I can't stop looking at it.
Are we reanalyzing the GIF again?
Katie said in the chat says, and that turtle's name was Albert Einstein.
Oh no!
Oh, you know, it's kind of funny. I bought some playing cards from this company called Illusionist, and they have this beat. Because here we go. Here's a peek behind the curtain. Smells like E minor. Does card magic.
You know, I imagine you in one of that picture from Arrested Development with the sign saying, "We demand to be taken seriously."
Fuck you. They put Albert Einstein on it, and I just thought that was weird. Like, what does Albert Einstein have anything to do with card magic?
If you're a realist, you know that people have different abilities, and some are born bad and some are born good. That's a very fucked up way of saying that. And that all categories are fuzzy around the edges, but still apply. Okay. The first, like, yeah, people don't have different abilities. Equality isn't like saying everyone has to be the same. It's giving everyone the same abilities and helping those who have less ability to not to hold them back. But like born bad and good, like not all categories are valid. Some categories are not valid.
Well, you know, okay, so I just want to point out there's one thing that I kind of think that should be taken from that last little section is that he's trying to say that black people are bad because they're different.
Oh yeah, we're going there. We're definitely going there.
All right, so I guess I'm gonna read this next one because I want to, so I don't have to read any of the rest of this garbage. Then you run into the modern dogma that race is a social construct or has no basis in biology. Who's saying that race has nothing to do with biology?
Well, like, I mean, okay, it has something to do with biology and the fact that all the traits that we for all intents and purposes, race is a social construct. The only thing it has to do with biology is the fact that when we look at people and the social construct, and when we determine what race we want to place someone in, we do that based on biology. But other than that, no. I mean, for fuck's sake, black people in Africa are more diverse. Like, there's more differences between them than there is between us and African people.
Yeah.
Which
is yeah. It's just that it's biology. Humans like to stick things into boxes, and biology doesn't like to listen to us. So we like to pretend like these are actually separate groups, but there isn't really. It's just that we
are basing them on surface features that we can see, rather than
we are superficially basing things.
Yes.
We are basing things on superficial analysis of something, and then we are taking a.
It essentially boils down to a couple of phenotypes, like skin colors and a few facial features, and that's it. That's what we base it on, and the amount of genes that are related to that is incredibly small. Most of the differences lies in either things that don't matter or things that give some small variation in some part of our metabolism, or
well, look,
in biology we work with haplogroups when we talk about ethnicity and heritage and not race.
Yeah, exactly. But okay, so for the whole time we've been running this podcast, I've been hoping I would never have to say this name because I knew I was going to get it wrong. But Gel Wickmans, I'm going to say.
I call him Jelly.
Said made a good point. You know, being tall has to do with biology, but we don't pretend tall people are fundamentally different beings, and that's kind of what I was going to say.
Yeah,
but then Micro basically said it way better and more accurate. So
I mean, to be fair, this is my field.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, I study it, but I'm not nearly as far along as you are, nor would I even pretend that I know even a tenth of what you know. So.
I have to start writing my thesis on Monday.
Well, look,
I have 2 months to do it, and I will do it, and I have interesting results. But oh boy, I would much rather just keep doing lab work and never have to write anything.
Hey, R&D, I think you and I should like make a pact right now that if in a month and a half Micro doesn't have 99.6% of this paper written, that we need to take a trip.
Oh.
With bats.
I love bats. They're cute.
Not those kinds of bats.
oh, you mean fruit bats?
I'm not going baseball.
Oh, you're talking about the currency bat. Okay. I mean, they're not worth that much, but if you bring enough, I guess it would be a help.
I'm talking about cricket, boy. A game of
cricket. No, crickets and bats are two. Like, I know they both fly and are animals, but they're two very different things.
Well, yeah, I've never actually held a cricket bat, so I don't know if it's heavier or more unwieldy to swing. But I know a baseball bat's really easy.
Now I really want there to be like an actual bat species called the cricket bat.
That would be great.
Oh, hey, I want to share a small story real quick. I went to the Houston Zoo recently, and I went to the bat exhibit. Now, of course, you know, bats are nocturnal, so they had to have the exhibit dark. Mm-hmm. So you walk into this dark-ass room, and there are 0 fucking lights. So I was thinking to myself, are there even bats in here? Like,
I hope
I seriously think it was just an empty black room. I couldn't see a single bat.
It's just a dark room where they put like some like kind of like the board some spray with like animal smell to put in there.
And there's a guy that's hiding in the shadows. When people question if there are bats, he just hurries them out of the exhibit.
That's like trapdoors. I spend way more money on like hiding the fact that there aren't bats.
What should we say? Okay, guys, look, the financial reports are due. What should we say we spent on bats? Fuck it, just say $2,000 and send the shit in.
This is a conspiracy I can get behind. Oh goodness.
Well, you know, it's kind of funny. If you want to, we can.
That's the true origin story of Batman.
Here's the great thing about Houston. If you want to go and protest the Houston Zoo, the Houston Museum of Natural Science is literally right around the corner. So we can go protest and then go look at some cool shit.
Okay, I am. Hold on. I need to show you this picture that Pastor just sent me to me.
What?
Oh, that's a beautiful picture.
That was great. That was great.
Pixels
that was worth the wait.
Just off the charts.
Hold on.
That had quality that I've never seen. Unmatched. Was that 4K? And your monitor must be pushing like 3,000. Refresh rate off the charts.
Hold on.
Somebody play the Jeopardy music.
Do. Oh no, that's the Price is Right.
That's the
song. What
that's the Red Letter Media one.
No, it's not. That's Price is Right.
That's Price is Right. They stole
okay,
it.
I only know it from there.
Because the Plinketto board is a recreation of the
I know.
Plinko board, which is a game on Price is Right.
So
I love
we
Red
wanted
Flag.
Jeopardy though, right? We wanted Jeopardy.
Here, this one. This one. It's a cricket bat.
I love that. That's great.
I like that. We got
that was beautiful.
yeah,
That was,
and I just queued up the Jeopardy song too.
that was worth all the jokes I was making.
Yeah. Okay. Let's read on, shall we?
Then you run into the modern. Oh, we're done that one. Or has no basis in biology. As you remember from biology class, your genotype or genetic makeup determines your phenotype or the traits that show up in you.
No. But someone needs to look up phenotype plasticity. You can have organisms with the same genotypes that have varying phenotypes depending on environments. And just so we stick to the topic, how dark skinned you are will depend on your environment. Like, I mean, even black people get more tan in the sun.
Yes.
Like
not all Mexicans have the same amount of pigment in their skin.
Well, no, like how much sun? Like if you have a black person who moves to like say like Norway, they're gonna be less black than if they like move to Africa.
Exactly. Yes. It's not. It's what I meant to say. It's not like a one size fits all. Like it's not like all black people have the exact same amount of pigmentation regardless of environment.
Well, look, one thing that we should have learned by all these websites that we've covered and the things that we've individually looked at on our own channels, we should know by now that if you ignore all science, you can say whatever the fuck you want.
It's true.
And I think that this guy, like literally, whenever on the onset, I was like, "This is about to be really fucking racist," and that's exactly what it is. It's possible, but I mean, this whole article can probably be summed up in
black people are stupid.
Black people bad, Mexicans bad, Asians good at math but bad people. Like that's probably what he's about to say.
Buck says that the bell curve shows up in this.
Oh no!
$5 says the bell curve is in here somewhere.
No, I fucking hate that. It's so okay. Aaron D, you know, I think you have a pretty good explanation of exactly what it is.
With the bell curve?
Yeah, because I think you gave a quick description of it.
Yeah. So if you don't know what the bell curve is, and you're here for the first time, it was a study, and by study I have put like a whole bunch of quotation marks around it. A study done by I forget some guy on the compared different IQ scores based on race. And he found from these results that African Americans have the lowest IQ. Whites, not surprisingly, don't have the highest IQ, but have the second highest IQ. But Asians have the highest IQ, and a lot of racist assholes use this as evidence for why they should have their own country and whatnots.
Despite the fact that if you actually look at the numbers, like the difference is so small that it's within like the uncertainty of the study.
Yeah, so none of this is actually like statistically significant for one. For two, an IQ test is questionable for testing. Like it tests a thing, but it's
like IQ
questionable.
Test essentially tests how good you are at IQ tests.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily say much more than that, and people
that's not entirely fair. Like if you have an IQ of 60, you are probably gonna be like less intelligent than someone who has like 120.
Yeah, but a lot of this is also dependent on where you live.
And there's a lot of context to it.
Because IQ test does not take your context isn't one of the variables that it takes into account, and so you can, for example, test better than somebody who has poor test taking skills because of the context that they grew up in. That doesn't actually necessarily mean that you actually have a higher IQ. It just means that the context.
you could argue that a large factor that sort of that decides the outcome is mostly like retention of information. Like,
a lot of the IQ test isn't retention. It's
retention of steps. Like it's like
it's algorithms for how to solve different problems.
Yeah, I mean, if you take a lot of IQ tests, you become better at them because you get trained in the steps necessary to become good at them.
Yeah, and some places
puzzles.
and some places practice it more
outside the box.
Yeah. So you could theoretically take somebody who lives in America and have them take an IQ test and take that same IQ test to somebody who lives out in the middle of nowhere in Africa and have them take the same IQ test and do terrible at it because they don't necessarily practice the same kind of skills. And then you use these results to say, oh, this is obviously...
And then you take the person from America and put them out in the middle of Africa and watch them die.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it doesn't
not
test...
part of the experiment. That's just because that's funny.
It's funny. Watching a white guy not being able to find food is hilarious.
That's what I love about all those survival shows where they take like a random person and put them in the middle of a wilderness and ask them to survive on their own. It's
naked and alone. Naked and alone.
Things like that. Wait. You do real today in this series of programs we will display perfectly that humans are in fact social species who depend on help and cooperation, who depend on cooperation to survive. Who would have thought it?
All right.
Yeah, imagine
and Kaylee is right. It's naked and afraid. I was wrong. It's not naked.
There's a load of there's probably a show called that anyways.
And Google.
Well, the reason why I like those shows is because of course everybody knows that to some degree all reality shows are fake, and some of them are more fake than others. But I just love those shows because it's like I love the overly confident people that go out there and last like a day.
We had a really stupid one here where they got some people. They're I can't remember if they were current policemen or or former or something, but essentially had people try to avoid being caught, by leaving digital trails and stuff like that. Essentially having them be on the run for 3 weeks and seeing if they could escape the police.
So it's like that episode, what was it, White Bear of fucking
Black Mirror. But the thing is, most of them got caught pretty quickly because they were idiots. But there was one guy who was an IT guy. So he just set up okay, I'm just gonna use a Tor browser, and he even started playing with them, but then got overconfident and ended up being caught. But one of the rules was that they couldn't stay in one place for more than 3 days, and they couldn't go outside Denmark. I mean, I understand why the last rule was set up because they don't have the right. There's a lot of things if you start doing a pretend police thing in a foreign country, you kind of need their permission and stuff. But wait, why can't they stay in the same place for more than 3 days? What kind of weird rule is that? That's just helping the police. That's an unfair advantage.
I totally missed all that because I pulled a whoopsie.
All right, we're gonna keep reading. Obviously, then consistent differences between people have some root in genetics. We already talked about that. No, it doesn't.
That is true, but that's not in the sense you think.
Well, but thanks to those who want to be... What? Sorry, I had to take a double take there. But thanks to those who want to be the popular kids, that's not what you're hearing. I know, right? That's not what you're hearing from multi-billion-dollar media sources of your government and your mainstream media and science.
Right. We gotta leave that one out, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it's it's Google. It's all Google.
It's kind of crazy. That whole tangent started with you trying to explain the bell curve.
That's true. There's also
I don't think you ever finished either.
No, I did. It was pretty much it. IQ tests are bullshit.
Okay, I guess it just got lost. I think it got lost
in there.
The shuffle. Yeah.
I do love that one of the things that they have here in the corner is the curse of high IQ. So
I was literally about to bring that up. That's why I was going that direction with it.
Oh yeah,
like,
we're gonna talk about the bell curve soon. It's gonna be great. Yeah, I guess
they actually have like a little section. I think he's got a little section on here that is all devoted to the curse of the high IQ, and it is. I mean, I can't wait for him to click on the science page because I think one of the very first articles is just that lead in the pencil thing, and he's talking about semen. The whole article is talking about reproductivity and the science, the amount of semen.
What the fuck did I just come back
nowadays? Oh, we're talking about ritual gangbang groups.
Okay.
Furries, furries, extra furries, chub chasers, the normal stuff.
Nothing out of the norm here.
It just came back to the word semen.
All systems normal. Nothing strange here.
All right, I think it's your turn, Micro.
Did you read the one I have highlighted? Sorry, I had to go to the toilet.
Yes, we read it. It's stupid.
However, some information
don't worry.
sneaks through the cracks, and so I'm compiling it here. The purpose of this post is not to affirm racism. Superior or inferiority.
I don't know.
Or inferiority.
I'm not racist, but
can we just point out the lovely irony of him using and all that jazz?
Yes.
Where did jazz come from? Who made jazz?
The white people, the white man.
Oh no.
Look, I'm telling you right now. No, you shut up. It was the white man.
It was the white man.
And Smelly, you're the music guy here.
And the white man.
Well,
and the white man. About the man. About the white man explain all of you.
How much has jazz influenced modern music?
A lot. Like a serious, crazy amount. Okay, so if we're going to talk about electronica music, jazz and weird time signatures and odd musical moving between different keys and shit, all spastic, that's literally a jazz move.
I mean,
jazz, the expression most musicians say.
If I remember correctly, you can draw a direct line between jazz, rock and roll, and metal.
Oh yeah, one of my favorite bands on earth is a band called Psyopus.
Ooh, good name.
They are an experimental metal band, and they use a lot of they have a song called Mirrorum. It's mirror, and then you reflect the second part of the first part of mirror. So it's mirror meeting itself backwards. But the song starts with a very jazzy interlude, and it's beautiful, and it works into the rest of the whole song. And there's tons of other bands that were inspired by jazz in the metal genre. Dillinger Escape Plan comes to mind. 9 times out of 10, you're going to hear something spastic and where you could literally say they're playing all the wrong notes, because that's kind of the joke about jazz, is that they should just play the right notes.
What did he say they were called?
The band?
Yeah.
Psyopus. Psyopus.
Okay. Just send me it on Facebook. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I'll just send it to you.
Its only purpose is to point out that race does have a biological structure. And I don't think even the most hardcore person out there denies that race has a biological construct. Like that there's some part of biology. Like if there were any biology to it, we wouldn't have anything to distinguish, and there wouldn't be any racism.
Yeah.
And because all traits originate in genetic information, that is so not true. Like if I cut off your arm, your trait, you don't have the trait of being one-armed. That is not something that was in your genetics. No, fuck, even dumb, like, or even if you want to say, oh, but that's after your development and stuff. Fuck it. Okay, I give you, let's say, cyclopamine, which is, it inhibits the Sonic Hedgehog, that is what it's called, pathway, which, as the name suggests, cyclopamine induces cyclobonism. In other words, you get born with birth defects that usually result in having one eye and being dead. That is not in your genetics. That is because your genetics were prevented from becoming what you would have become, like what was in quote unquote the intention. It's because of an effect from an environmental stimuli. It was literally discovered because you found sheep. Like there was some area. Cyclopamine is found in specific type of plant, a specific species of plant. And it was discovered because there were like a farm where like some huge like percentage of the lambs of the sheep were born like cyclopses.
Ooh, that's gross.
The pictures are really gross. Like I'm used to them because I've seen a lot of birth defects in my like lectures. Like you have to build up a stomach to it. Like I've seen like actual like in real life dead children in formaldehyde.
Yeah.
Well, no, so not formaldehyde, ethanol. Not that makes it any better.
Not really. That wasn't the part that made me go ew. Wasn't the formaldehyde?
Well, and I weren't allowed to take a picture of it because we kind of sort of like it was a stillborn child, and we kind of sort of stole it off of Greenland at some point. So there's a bit of like political tension. So if I publish that picture,
oh no,
the museum might get in trouble.
Wow, that museum. Don't mention its name in the stream or.
Well, it's the Zoological Museum of Copenhagen.
There you go.
I mean, it's connected. I saw it because I'm in Copenhagen University, so like that's not doxing myself. That's literally like I've said I live in Copenhagen and I said I've gone to university. That's the only university choice there is.
No, Micro. I think you forgot about the University of Copenhagen,
Michigan.
South. We'll say South.
Okay, I was gonna go with Michigan because
there is something called the Southern Danish University.
Oh shit! I was trying to pull something out of my ass. It just sounded legit.
Okay. It's insane to insist any consistent difference in appearance, behavior, or biological process it has anything but genetic basis. I think psychology would like to have a word with you on the behavior part.
Yes.
Apparently, if you get exposed to like, let's say you're molested as a child, that all the things that happen to you afterwards, like all your like problems with relationships, like PTSD, everything, all of that, that's genetic, isn't it?
It's genetics, yeah. There's nothing at all environmental.
You're in psychology, right?
I wouldn't know the answer. I don't work in the field of behavior analysis at all. No. Just fucking talk it out of my ass at this point.
Also, I hate the word in genetic information. It's chemistry. The information part is something we put over it.
But it sounds way fancier than chemistry.
Like we shouldn't have called it like genetic coding.
Guys,
stupid.
Guys, these are elitists. They got their pinkies out and they're trying to make everything sound fancy. Okay? They're holding their teacup with their index finger and their thumb. They have their pinky outstretched, pointing at somebody else. They have their noses directly up to the sky. They're sipping on their Darjeeling, and they're looking across the room and saying, "Yes, New York Times."
All I'm seeing in my head right now is Leonardo DiCaprio's character from Django Unchained.
Is it funny that I was trying to depict a more civilized version of him from Wolf of Wall Street? Notice I said more civilized.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, if nothing else.
oh, there's an interesting conspiracy.
Oh
Well,
no.
sorry, not conspiracy. Like fan theory that Leonardo DiCaprio's character in Wolf of Wall Street is a descendant of his character in Django Unchained.
Django Unchained.
That would like.
I think didn't the character?
Someone
I guess it doesn't matter.
Someone get Mad Pat.
People in the chat, you saw it right here. Taking a look at it's now Screen Rant. Okay.
Sure.
No. We are film theory. It's totally Mad Pat. Fucking Mad Pat.
I was gonna say, didn't you hate Mad Pat for not understanding biology?
I hate Mad Pat.
Yeah.
Mad Pat can go fuck himself.
Look, I loved game theory back when they were still talking about like Nintendo every 10 seconds, and he was trying to do FNAF every 4.5 seconds. But here's the thing. He's so annoying. I tried to watch a game theory video.
No,
like,
you know what the problem with game theory is, and film theory for that matter? It's that they assume they have a conclusion already pre-assumed and try to find evidence for it.
Yeah.
It's
also they get a lot of things wrong.
They do.
Anyways, let's begin. Recent research that we're not gonna cite have produced a surprise, however. So, population geneticists expected to find dramatic differences as they got to look at the full genomes. Wait, recent studies we've been looking. It's been quite a while since we had the full genome.
No, just recently.
About 20. That's a bit low. It's more like 30,000 genes, but okay. Of people of widely varying ethnic and geographic backgrounds. Specifically, they expected to find that many ethnic groups would have derived alleles that their members shared, but that were uncommon or non-existent in other groups. Each regional ethnic group or latitude was thought to have a genomic signature. The record of its recent evolution through natural selection. They do. Like what was found. I think what the cherry picking here is that it was found that humans were a lot more genetically similar than we previously thought, which could be explained by the fact that we had a bottleneck, genetic bottleneck about 10,000 years ago. Not 10,000 years ago, longer now. There was a volcano somewhere in Asia, a super volcano that reduced the population to about 10,000. That's where I got the number from. So we had a genetic bottleneck, so we are very, very genetically similar. But that doesn't mean that haplogroups don't exist. Hello?
I'm gonna trust you on that.
Oh no! I thought you lost. I lost. I was just talking out.
Smelly's took off somewhere, but I'm still here. I'm gonna trust you on this because I'm. Sure.
I muted myself. I was. Okay, just move on because I was talking. I said something twice and I was like, wait, what's going on? And then I moved my mouse and the microphone's red and I was like, what the fuck?
Oh.
Okay, some R&D you read.
Okie dokes. All of Earth's people, according to a new analysis of the genomes of 53 populations, fall into just 3 genetic groups.
What populations?
53
what
of
groups?
them. They are the products of the first and most important journey of our species made, the walk out of Africa, 70,000 years. Is it that? That seems way too soon, but what do I know? Is that right?
That's about right. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's about right.
Sure. It just looks a little... Just seems a little too soon. By a small fraction of ancestral Homo sapiens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, here are the 3 groups. They got the 3 groups though for us. One group is the African. It contains descendants of the original humans who emerged in East Africa about 200,000 years ago. The second is the Eurasian, encompassing the natives of Europe, the Middle East, and South Asia, east to about Pakistan. The third is the East Asian, the inhabitants of Asia, Japan, Southeast Asia, and thanks to the Bering Land Bridge and island hopping of South Pacific of the Americans and the Oceania as well.
Yeah, 70,000 is about right. But that's the most recent one. There were at least several out of Africa, dispersals of reading Wikipedia, of modern humans, possibly beginning as early as 270,000 years ago, and certainly during 130,000 to 115,000 years ago via North Africa. These early waves appear to have mostly died out or retreated by 18,000 years ago. The most significant reason, in quotation marks, wave took place 70,000 years ago. Yeah. But there's been multiple out of Africa, and we've also been mixed in with other human species. It's not as clear as they're making out to be. Also, those three big groups they're talking about are just major groups. They're major overall groups, which exist, but they aren't the equivalent of races.
Mm-hmm.
You can't make. They're not equivalent.
I wonder.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's played Sims? Am I the only person here who's devoted an inordinate amount of their life?
I've played Sims.
Okay. Well, in Sims 2 and 3, the genetic diversity of the people that you run across in the Sims world it seemed to have skyrocketed. You can. I mean, come on, you could be fair. In the game, you definitely know who's an Asian because sometimes they took liberties where some of their features are a bit exaggerated. I'm looking at you, Chinese character. I swear, I ran into a character that was supposed to be Chinese, and his teeth were massive. And I was shit, that seems like a racist
love the fact that in Sims you can make it so that you have a completely black person with blonde hair.
Well, I just wanted to. I was about to say that. I want
to. Have you ever seen anyone who looks like that? Because I haven't, and I'm pretty sure it can't happen.
Well, I'm just curious to see what the result of a line of people's descendants, where you try to get them to fall in love with and have a child with every race in Sims, because you know that the random generator will spit out some really odd-looking people. I just want to know over time what that would eventually produce. Because I would it would be like a small little, it would be a terrible experiment, and it would be a disgrace to even call it that. But I feel like it would be interesting to see what would happen.
Okay, why is the chat talking about penis shapes?
Who knows? Earlier, Kaylee was saying things to the effect of breeds, races, and subspecies are all the same thing with lots of incest. That stuck out to me.
The Washington Post apparently said this. Well, the Washington Post is kind of...
Oh my god. I ironically made a joke earlier where my very exaggerated, pretentious person was turning his nose up at the Washington Post and the New York Times.
I mean, okay, they're taking it out of context.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what this whole website has been geared around. Just taking things out of context.
Smelly, please read this.
A writer injects a certain amount of political correctness into the article. What? So I reversed the order.
That's code for things we don't like.
So I rearranged it so it could say what I wanted it to say, is essentially what this next sentence is. So I reversed the order of the 3 paragraphs above.
Oh.
The point is this: we can trace the history of the evolution through genes, and it shows us 3 groups which have small but crucial differences caused by genetic drift. In this case,
what?
traits kept. Yes, let's just finish it, and then I will let you object. The traits kept by being successful in the different areas of which these new populations adapt.
That's not what genetic drift is.
I know, and once I said it, I wanted to stop too.
Genetic. That's natural selection. Genetic drift is the result. Is changes to the allele frequencies due to random chance. It's typically happen. It's more pronounced in smaller populations because, like, the chance in a small population that a certain allele is gonna become widely. The frequency of it is gonna be come huge. It's a lot higher. Like, the whole point of genetic drift is that it's not due to a selection pressure. Fuck's sake.
Oh my god. Alright, so I'm assuming that this next part is his
No, it's from Discover.
Oh.
Also,
oh yeah, you can tell by how it changed the apostrophe into go down a little bit.
Yeah.
It changed the apostrophe.
Someone didn't look through their page.
Nah, they forgot to print it in plain text.
Also, I just noticed this thing. White's going
their own way. Oh my god!
The
Fleetwood Mac song.
The perfect marriage of red pill, manosphere, and racism.
It's like the man cave for fascism.
Oh no!
That's just the man cave.
Oh. Damn, Micro went there. He definitely went there.
Am I wrong?
No one is saying that you're wrong at the moment.
Good.
But nobody is really saying anything. Which I think speaks louder.
You're just afraid to say the truth.
You're just being a coward. Shit.
Something feminism.
something I don't trust you.
Okay, so we've established that racism. Should we move on, for the last 15 minutes, move on to one of the other topics?
I think for the last 15 minutes, we should do what 90% of these people do. We should overanalyze their article without reading it at all. We should just look at titles. Let us now proceed to the science tab of this website.
Oh, yes.
Science is not objective because it's a product like everything else.
That's my favorite thing. Don't you love that that's the first thing on the list?
No one is, literally no one is saying that science is objective. It's just that it's a method that is more closer to being objective than just guessing.
I love the next one. What is industry hiding about 5G?
Oh.
That's fun. Science confirms race exists with MRI and genetic profiles. Here we go. That's a good one. That's the top 10er right there. And then my personal favorite. Scientific theory of why there is less lead in the national pencil. You hear that? You hear that, guys?
Is that a metaphor? Okay, I need to know.
It's okay. Lead in the pencil. It's a metaphor or a bad joke
chemistry is hard.
for having semen in your penis for being able to produce. It's not being what's that? Impotent? Is it impotent?
Impotent, yeah.
So whenever your semen, they don't your boys.
Impotent is not being able to get an erection.
No. Then it's infertile. My bad.
Oh, yeah,
I couldn't come up with the word infertility, but it's infertile. Basically the whole article. That's the only one that I actually read.
I want to close it. Fuck's sake.
That's the only one that I kind of skimmed through. I'm not going to lie and say I read it because I absolutely did not read it. I just skimmed through it. But the point that they're trying to get to is men produce less sperm now.
Well, yeah, we don't exactly know. We don't exactly know why.
But does it even matter? I mean, we're still having babies at an alarming rate, so...
I
it's that
think
big of an
it
issue.
matters because like some of the other like that the course of it might have other consequences as well.
That's true, but it's just it feels like fear mongering.
What is the HBD?
I don't know. I was about to ask you. Let's look it up. I mean, we all have
It's
Chrome.
true. We do. We all of us have Chrome open right now.
Yes, exactly. I need you to open your Chrome browser and go to support.me.com.
Oh, they have a comment section.
See, the only thing
Yes.
that I have been finding is happy birthday.
This guy has a skull for an icon. You gotta read skull for an icon.
Oh my god. There was the time when I thought the Aryan master race was just looser neo-Nazi wishful thinking. Then I did some reading on ancient Indo-European immigration and how it really doesn't seem so far. And now it really doesn't seem so far-fetched anymore. From Wikipedia, Israel, Mongolia. The Scythian community inhabited Western Mongolia in the 5th to 6th century. No, you're not gonna say if it's BC or no? Okay. In 2006, the mummy of a Scythian warrior, I'm probably mispronouncing that, which is believed to be about 2,500 years old, was a 30 to 40-year-old man with blonde hair, and was found in the Altai Mountains in Mongolia.
Oh my god, he's literally trying to make an argument for the Aryan race.
By the 8th century BCE, the inhabitants of the western part of Mongolia evidently were nomadic Indo-European immigrants, either Scythians or white. I want to say Yatsian, but I know that's not what
we're just gonna say Yuzi. Let's just say
Yuzi. Yeah. So first, like my instinct was to say, oh, it's a word that begins with a Y and has a C in it. It's probably it's Yahtzee. In the Asian world, there were plenty of blonde and red-headed Aryans in Mongolia and northern China. Genghis Khan being part European is plausible. Sure, dude. Sure.
There's only two types.
That's not, even if he is, that's not really an argument for like the Aryan race. Also,
it's more of an argument of you trying to find reasons to be racist.
Also, that's not just a skull. That's the Punisher logo.
Yeah, and it's bad, Mr. Frosty. Edgy name, bro.
Mr. Frosty, he's coming to kill black kids.
Hey, can we go down real quick back to the comments and look at the guy that I don't know, was that Hindi that his name was in?
That is not Hindi. That looks like
well, it's really small on my screen, so I can't tell. It looks Hindi.
But I think maybe
is he?
No, it is Sanskrit. It's Sanskrit. Oh yeah. So it is Hindi.
So is that guy arguing against these people, or is he arguing their point? Because it would be ironic for somebody who's not white to be arguing for what these guys are calling for.
Oh, we got.
Well, if you go up, there's another comment from there.
Yeah, he's arguing against it.
Okay, cool. Okay, I was just making sure. It was just a curiosity. I saw a foreign language name. I'm just gonna make it sound as racist as possible. I saw
yeah.
What he was saying.
Nope, it was a good guess.
Oh! What a surprise!
Settled.
What a surprise! They also like climate change denialists.
Of course they are. Why wouldn't they be?
Let's go to the nationalism FAQ.
Oh my god, this is so great.
This is boring. We don't want an FAQ.
Crowdism? We got crowdism. We never find out what the beyond.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Jesus
Who owns
Christ.
truth? Micro, who owns truth? Who does truth?
Wait.
All the
Ethnomasochism.
Oh, that sounds
What the
delicious.
fuck?
Oh, you gotta love it. You gotta
Welcome
love
to
it
the
so
other
much.
side. Most human activity involves denial of reality, which, like vast negativity.
Why is Napoleon Dynamite there?
We're getting there.
That's why it's so good. It's why I was hoping for a beautiful thing to happen today, and seeing Napoleon Dynamite and oh man, what's his name? Chip?
I can't remember.
Anyway, that's a beautiful picture.
Hold on. I need to go change the add a title to this. To change the video title to this slightly.
Oh, what does he say to his black girlfriend? Oh my god, what does he say? I think that's funny that's the picture he used though, because Kip or Chip or whatever his name has a black girlfriend. His goofy racist ass has a black girl. Irony.
Okay.
At least his character did.
Welcome to the other side. Most human activity involves denial of reality, which, like a vast negative void, obstructs our view of life as a good thing. Our denials do not work, and so the chasm is always with us, tormenting us with its certainty and our helplessness to do anything but deny it in the short term. Most people never cross the void.
Okay, so you remember the aristocrat of the soul thing?
Yeah.
I wanted to add that because it's a funny phrase. Well, apparently there's a website called aristocratsofthesouls.com, and the tagline is Western esotericism and culture.
What?
They didn't make it up.
Okay, I'm gonna have to. Okay, what was it?
Just Google aristocrats of the soul.
Yeah, I just did, and it auto-filled for me, which was really odd. All I had to type was aristocrats. Yeah. Wow.
There we go. Now in the videos, now our stream has aristocrats of the soul edition in it.
Oh my god.
Oh, what kind of fucked up rabbit hole have we gone down?
An amazing one.
What have you done to us, R&D?
Blame the guy who shared this with me. It's their fault.
I won't.
No. So here's the thing. I remember the saying growing up. Fuck, what was it called? You shoot the messenger. All right, we're shooting the messenger. Okay. You brought the information to us. He showed it to you. You could have kept it a secret. No, you decided to share with the rest of the class. It is your fault.
Sharing is caring.
I don't know.
Sure.
Most people never cross the void.
Sharing is caring, but you shared a disease.
That sounds like something like a Sauron-esque character in a book says.
What, sharing is caring?
No, most people never cross the void.
Sounds like something that Thanos would say.
It does. It's a very Thanos.
Those who cross the abyss, however, reach the other side and live forever in the other
with
plane.
The elves.
Yeah.
Live forever in Fupi
Very Tolkien thing to say.
Where all the yawn chasm, the stand revealed. This is a fantasy. This is just fantasy writing, as not only logical but aimed towards producing an ultimate positive outcome. Defecation. Wait, why is that? Wait, defecate. That means shedding.
Yeah,
Defecation. I don't think he knows
I'm
that.
not beating that water, right? That's what
This
it
is like the
says.
weird. This is like the weird side effects in the back of a bottle of medicine.
Death, defecation, race, class, murder, and hangnails all have a purpose. Wait, what? I mean, defecation has a purpose. It's getting rid of poop so you don't like die from constipation.
What's the purpose of hangnails?
I don't understand. Why is
Isn't that a result of doing something wrong?
Why is defecation?
It has.
I don't think this person knows what defecation means.
No, I think he's just trying to say that they have their place. I'm just wondering how hangnails. What hangnails do.
I have to make another adjustment.
Oh God.
I think Micro finally got broken.
We broke him. We broke him like a year ago.
Yeah. It's too funny when it gets to the point where Micro can't talk and he's just kind of like blubbering about things. It's the best.
Blubbering.
And he's laugh wheezing.
Yeah.
It's funny because blubbering because no.
Because fat or crying?
Because fat or yeah. Are you a whale now? What is this?
No, because blob.
Oh, blubbering.
You took all the wrong drugs.
Stupid.
Kaylee says you took all the wrong drugs, bro. Defecation of the soul.
Love it.
Oh my God! All right, let's
shoot
the
them.
best
But
time.
it's inevitable from the near side of the abyss. Our human fear and individualism, egoism, plus the ability to defeat it through symbols and socializing obstructs us. This is like a really this sounds like the speech like a really fairly bad DM invents for the villain.
This is the monologue they usually reject on first drafts.
A man appears at your elbow. Oh fuck! Ah! What? Why? How did you get in here? Why are you wearing a tight uniform? This is Sharon. That's a girl's name. In his day job role as a delivery driver. Wait, if he's a delivery driver, why is he at my elbow? I'm in my house. Can you ring the door? Also, why is he coming at 11 p.m.?
Why'd you come in my door? Why didn't you?
How
did
did
you
you
call
come? It's
first?
locked.
I'm uncomfortable with how we're saying coming. Very uncomfortable.
Coming.
Coming.
We're coming, aren't they?
Ah, no. It's
all over you.
Semen.
We're defecating the semen of the soul all over you.
I shit out a bunch of sperm.
Oh, this is too much.
When we're done with you, we'll be shitting sperm for a week.
This is awful.
Micro basically finished my joke for me.
Finished.
Sperm.
Oh my goodness. One of the worst.
We're essentially 12-year-old when it comes to our humor, but we have the minds of semi-adults. So we're able to make them really bad, really disturbing.
Here's how I like to put it: we're scientifically minded infants.
Oh, that's a good one. That is a good one.
We are infants with a thirst for knowledge.
Well,
we can't speak and we're shitting all over ourselves.
I just noticed we have essentially reached the what's supposed to be the end of the show.
Oh shit.
And I get the feeling that we already pretty much know what this is about.
Yeah, I don't think any
Surprising.
further digging would really unmask what these guys stand for. I think we've already
Bunch of
we've been
racist
shown that.
assholes. They're a bunch
Exactly.
of racist assholes.
Yeah, they're Hitler
Moral of the story.
guys.
You could spend 2 hours, and at the end of 2 hours, you find out the website you were looking at was a bunch of racist assholes.
And yeah, you essentially find out you would have been better off looking at pictures of actual assholes.
It's probably true.
Yeah.
In fact, that's next episode in 2 weeks. That's what we're doing.
We're just looking at the assholes
And
and
just
shit.
rating them. Oh, those are polyps. Oh,
Are we about to pull an Onision and tell all of our fans to send us degrading photos of themselves? We're just gonna make fun of them.
I mean, if they want to, we're not gonna make fun of them. We're mainly just gonna look at them and say, "Wait, why the fuck did you send us that?" And then,
well, I just wanted to sneak in Greg because apparently his name gets views now.
No, does he?
Dude, everybody's talking about Onisions like
Sorry. When you say Greg, I think of a different Greg.
Armored Skeptic Greg.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I don't. He's Armored Skeptic. I don't refer to him as Greg.
Wait. What is it with the name Greg?
And being real dumb? I don't.
Or being an asshole?
I mean, like, to be fair, like, Onision has always been an asshole. Like, Armored Skeptic at least started out as a pretty good dude. He's just kind of took a wrong turn and became a kind of an asshole.
Yeah, well, that's how YouTube works, I guess.
That's true.
Who remembers when Captain Dissolution only had 10,000 subscribers?
Yeah. I remember when he made jokes about that and all his channels complaining about how stupid videos had more views and shit than him.
How does it really work now?
Yeah. Oh, well. All right, we're calling it a day with this.
Yeah, I think that's
so.
about all the milk we can dribble out of this one.
Yeah. I think so, too.
This was stupid.
It was. Thank you, everyone, for joining us in this fun journey.
Yeah,
it was great. Fantastic.
As Good always, time. We appreciate y'all.
Yeah, This was fun. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.